Grab a brew and tune in to the High Ticket Review. In each episode, you'll get a rewind of the misses, makes, and definitely magic of live high-ticket sales calls from a veteran sales consultant, Will DeShazo, who has held more than 15,000 calls and trained multiple 8-figure companies, all while developing a simple winning framework to close your next call. From objection handling,
I'm gonna need to sleep on this,
to on-call close techniques, the High Ticket Review has you covered up in talk tracks that convert to dollars. Now, on to today's training.
Hello! After quite some time away, I'm back. This isn't like a season 2 reveal or anything like that. Y'all, I keep things so simple on this podcast. However, I did just come back from 2 weeks of paternity leave and 2 more weeks of paternity leave. So I was out of the office, away from my desk for 4 full weeks as we welcome in our second girl, Clara Catherine DeShazo, into the world. And she is now 6 weeks going on 7, and she's a cutie. She was born a little under 7 pounds a couple weeks early, actually. We were shocked for sure. But it's really good to be back. It's really good to be back on the podcast, and it's really good to be back serving you guys as clients of mine. And hey, I want to talk today about something. This is going to be actually a pretty quick podcast episode here. If you're watching this on YouTube or embedded inside of the site, you see me and I don't have a hat on, and that's probably really throwing you off. And you're like, whoa, never knew this guy had curly hair, because I always wear a backwards hat. Not long ago, one of my clients said that I branded myself as the backwards hat guy, which I don't know. I guess I'll take it. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about uncovering impact without being salesy. So sometimes it can be a little tricky to get people to tell you or move beyond the surface level, right? Beyond the surface level pain. This is in the discovery portion of your sales script when you're asking your 3 initial questions to learn more about them. And when you start to probe to learn more about pain, it can get to sound pretty salesy pretty fast if you're not a professional. I get it. It can be tough. That's why I use what I call the menu of impact. So what you want to do is give people a few examples of impact that other prospects, that other clients that you have actually experienced, right? So rather than leaving it open-ended, you throw out a menu of options for them. Then you can dig deeper into what they agree with out of those options. Here's a menu of impact example. Hey, got it. It sounds like landing new clients outbound has been a little bit of a challenge. What I hear from a lot of other people who have conversations with me, or what I see from a lot of my clients who hire me is, right? That actually slows their sales cycle. Sometimes it creates missed targets. Other times it puts a lot of pressure on their marketing. Which of those do you feel like is specifically happening on your end right now? You see? So you get really granular, and they very well might say, oh my gosh, totally. It slows my sales cycle to the max. Cool. Like, that's great. When she says that, or when your prospect says that, here's something else you can say. Oh, man, that's interesting. How do you know that's a problem? That's it. You don't have to dig deeper. How does that make you feel? What are you missing out because of that? You see, if you're not careful, those second, those third, those fourth level kind of what people would call pain-provoking questions can come across as really sleazy and really salesy, like you're trying to create pain in me. However, if you just ask the question, how do you know that's a problem? How do you know that this is a problem for you? What makes you say this is actually a problem, though? Right? Then they're going to unpack the results of that thing that's holding them back. The result of having missed targets because they suck at outbound. Okay, cool. What's the result of that? How do you know that's a problem? Well, I know it's a problem because my revenue keeps dropping month after month. Oh, okay. Well, how much is it down over the last few months? You see, now it's just a simple conversation. You didn't have to pick. You didn't have to probe. You didn't have to do any of that, right? And they might say something along the lines of, well, I know it's a problem because, there you go. Now the problem actually has weight and it has consequences, and they feel those. And you didn't have to dig or probe or do any of that to get it out of them. You just asked them, you gave them the menu of impact, right? Maybe 3, max 4 different examples of how people feel with the number one challenge that you solve for, things that are happening, that kind of stuff, right? Byproducts of the challenge. Throw out the menu of impact. Then ask the question when they say, oh, yeah, that's me. This one right here, number 2, star it, circle it, that's me. Oh, well, how do you know it's a problem? Oh, well, what makes you feel like that's a problem in your business? You see? Bam. Now you're good. And they're going to lay out exactly the consequence and the weight of it, okay? So use this, leverage this. This is simple. This is slight things to incorporate inside of your discovery portion of getting to know your prospect. Go leverage this on your next sales call. Go close your next discovery call, and we'll see you on the next episode of the High Ticket Review. See you next time, friends.
All right, you just listened to the High Ticket Review. And by the way, this podcast is completely supported by you, a high ticket closer, business owner, or salesperson. So make sure to smash that subscribe button to close higher dollar deals faster. And don't forget, go implement what you heard today. Opportunity is right around the bend on the other end of every single call that you take. See you next time.